Hey, I want to talk about you being the answer for the chaos that's around your world. And for me, I've been in a time in my life where there's been a lot of upheaval, turmoil, things that could be pretty chaotic and are at times. And I think a few keys, if you've seen any of my other videos, is firstly to not fall into victim thinking, even when you are a victim, but to realize that you're actually being handed an opportunity to reach the fullness of who you are. And you've reached a point in life where you can make decisions, and you have to make a decision to walk towards the rock. And I think today's word would be to be that spiritual rock. Be that rock in your life, be that rock in yourself. And too many people don't understand who they are, where they're going, what they're doing. They're just bobbing corks, floating around. And so when that happens, it's so easy to get caught up in drama because it gives you pseudo purpose, something to be like, we create the drama and it makes us feel like there's importance there in our life. Or we watch the drama, or we're part of the drama, or we see the drama, or we feed on the drama. And some of that stuff's very real. What they're doing to our world is very real and it needs to be addressed. But you personally, be the rock. For me, that's my relationship with Jesus. I surrendered my life there and I walk with him spiritually, not in a religious, systemized way, but in a way of spiritual romance, I could only call it, right? Just walking in the fullness of the day, the fullness of the moment, the fullness of time. And I think for my life, as there's been a lot of turmoil around it, and the people that have important to me in my life that have been pulled into that, every one of them, even friends, women, whoever, children, I've not pulled away, but I've just stepped back and gone, I cannot enter your drama. I cannot enter what you're doing. I will be here. I will continue on my path. And if you want to come and dance with me on that path, then come along. But I will not enter the drama of it. And some of them have gone back into their drama and back into things where they really probably know they shouldn't be. Maybe even doing things they shouldn't be doing with people they shouldn't be with. But that's not my call. And I think with the World Economic Forum and a lot of what we're seeing in the world around us, what's very important right now is that you find who you are spiritually and walk that. And as you sit in that and you are the rock, then the spiritual rock, people will be drawn to you. I've seen it with some of the people around my life because people can't live in turmoil. It's exhausting. So as they live in turmoil, they live in chaos, and they lie to themselves that they're happy and that, they don't want to change. People have this part of all of us where we want to sit in our misery because it's easier than making the decisions to move forward. But what I found with some of the people around my life, some of my children, as they've sat in, gone away, and I was estranged from some of them for a time, or they were estranged from me. What I found was as they lived in the shifting sand of life, ultimately they tried to find that spiritual rock, and they didn't come back to me to say, Dad, we need you. They came back to me to fellowship. They didn't come back to me. We joined together to fellowship. One son, in Daniel, I'm just so proud of. He's become a spiritual rock of his own. Some of the chaos that's around in his life, potentially, he's just stood strong, and very proud of him. He's his own man. So now, instead of just being a father to him, naturally he's of my seed, but spiritually we're like brothers. Spiritually we're like one, where we can connect spiritually and understand the same resonance of where we're going and what we're doing. Some of you that are listening, you've been so caught up in what's going on in the world and the fear of it, and look at the atrocities that's going on. And I can tell you now, the devil is in the details. The devil is in that. The devil is there stealing the life, sucking the very essence out of who you are when you feed on that. Be aware of it. Yes, it's absolutely important to be aware of it, but rise above it and be a rock and start to say, whatever they do in the world, I can't change maybe, but I can change my world. It'll begin with my world. I will walk in strength. I will walk in the fullness of what God has for my life. And as I surrendered my life to God, to Jesus, really, and I walked that, then the essence of life became sweet, because I had somewhere to go with my concerns. In the mornings, it's the morning now. I go for a walk generally. I talk, I empty, I tell God. And I talk to him like I'm walking with my best friend, and one day I will be. As I walk with a best friend, I just talk and I share and just tell my heart. And that's what I do with God. And I feel peace. And when I feel the peace, I follow the peace. When I follow the peace, those around me that have no peace are drawn to the peace. Some of them still want the chaos. They're still out there, still living, like I said, in places they shouldn't be, doing things they shouldn't be doing with people they shouldn't be with. But ultimately, life has a way of beating you to the ground and then kicking you when you're down. And everyone is drawn to love. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants freedom. And as in the middle of chaos, you can walk love and freedom and peace. Not because you're trying to do it. If you're trying to do it, you've messed up. It's who you are. My state of being when Jesus is in me is life and love and peace. Do I make mistakes? Yeah, I guess. Of course I do. On me, and depends who you ask, I guess. Perspective's everything, right? But the point is the state of who I am is complete in what it needs to be. Now that manifests as I rest in that and walk that. So yes, I have chaos. I have things that are around my life that I wake up some mornings and just go, oh boy. I call that the spirit of the world, and I will not listen to the spirit of the world. I surrender that to God, and I walk in the peace. And I got to say, I'm actually really enjoying it. Do I have a plan? Absolutely 100%. I know where I'm going on that, walking on that. Some of the details of that I don't know. But as even with the globalists and what they're doing, I am following the plan for my life, the plan for what I know I am to do to help others. And as I walk that out, the right people that are of the right spirit will come and fellowship with that, will come and dance with that, will come and say, hey, I don't understand all of you. I don't understand all of that you are, but I understand love. And I understand I need to be here. The invitation is always open, but I'm not that person that's going to go into the mud and fight in mud and try to, to get what needs to happen. No. Pardon me, globalists, people around my life, ladies, children, whatever, men, if there's any importance, you see any value in my life, you'll come and fellowship with me and we dance together. And when you dance, think about it. No, I don't mean literally dance. I mean spiritually. When you dance, you feel the music. But too many times in life, we try to force the music. We get a tune and then we try to force the dance to that. Instead of just saying, I can hear that. I can hear that eternal music. I'm just going to move with it. And those people that want to be with it, I'm going to move with them. And that's true love. True love is saying it's not hard work. True love is saying I am going to flow. I'm going to flow. I'm going to dance with that one. We're just going to romance through life and enjoy life. And why does that have to end? It ends because we get so caught up in trying to control. If I had a word for you, young lady, man, whoever you are, let go. If you're miserable where you are, then why be there? Take the steps that need to be to follow the peace and to be in the joy of life. And go to the rock. The rock, firstly, spiritually, is Jesus. And then the people around you that are a rock. God bless you.